First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rikah Kwadash, and double honors to those great millstone, while lunch is truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great, powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type of day lesson is Signs of the End. So I like to say shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope to help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick Google search here by the Smithsonian Institution. So it reads, it said, yes, according to the Smithsonian Institution Global Volcanism Program, there were 44 volcanoes in a state of continuing eruption as of July the 17th, 2025. This list includes volcanoes that have experienced at least intermittent eruptive events without a break of 3 months or more. So this is all we're going to get in this report. Just a little report I'm going to bring out, and I got another one by Newsbreak. So what we seeing the signs of the end. So it's constantly being manifest. It's constantly being revealed. It's obvious and clear that we're here. And also we know that the earth is out of course. We're seeing right now that every day, just like a domino effect, across the world, a global event simultaneously, these things are taking place. We already knowing about, keep telling you about these volcanoes, what you call that ring of fire, down from the Central America, and goes around the Pacific rim and come around the other side over there around Africa, just and make up that fire, the ring of fire. So all those volcanoes are active, and they're constantly erupting, and also the ones under the sea, they're erupting. So right now, we're seeing that the vibration is changing. We're seeing that the earth is mourning right now. And one thing about it, we know that everything is is out of order. Everything is out of place. We're seeing unusual things that are happening right now. But one thing about it, the mental law, we constantly been warning you about all these different signs and effects, these different fearful sights that we're constantly seeing each and every day. And also we know that we're very close, to all hell breaking loose. So we know that we're here. So right here it says 44 volcanoes. One thing about it, they don't want to put all these things in the news. It also had another report. I didn't bring it out because it's saying that it was not true or has not been confirmed, that about Yellowstone National Park, which in fact that is a super volcano there. They say that the animals was leaving this state park, but they're saying, it's not true, this and that. But you already know, we know how the devil get down. He'll lie about this, he'll lie about that. These things are constantly happening right before our eyes, just like they rolling out this beast system right before our eyes, this digital society. So a lot of things is taking place. That's why the Lord has set up watchmen to warn you of all these pending dangers, all these calamities, and these different events that's taking place. Because one thing about it, we're seeing that the end is constantly being revealed right before our eyes. So right here is 44 volcanoes simultaneously are constantly erupting. And a lot of people right now are still relaxing in their leaves, still not considering the signs of the time. And one thing about it, they're not putting it in the news anymore. They're not warning anymore. It's going to be without warning. That's why the Lord said, always be watching, always be knowing the signs of the time, redeeming the time, because the Lord said, I will come like a thief in the night. So that's where we at right now. So let's get this other little quick report. Just something I just been seeing through the spirit. It says here, this one here is by Newsbreak. It says here, geologics said raise concern as ring of fire activity rises. It says it's surge of earthquake frequency. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we constantly seeing. Earthquakes, in diverse places. A lot of these things that happen. We're not really going to read the report, just going to kind of touch here and there, but I got some videos to bring out a lot of these things. So we seeing right here, this ring of fire has been It's active right now, all across the world. A lot of people, they're hearing things, they're seeing things, but they still are not believing, going on with their daily lives, still want to have that sense of normalcy. So a lot of our people right here, they still want to stay here. They love it here. All the earth is, everything is going to be fine. We have several years off. It won't happen in my lifetime, but it's happening right before your eyes, man. That's what we come to seeing. Surge of earthquake frequency. So earthquakes, tsunami warnings, flooding, all sorts of strange weather pattern. I went into a lesson not too long ago. So we come to seeing these different events. The earth is out of course, man. The earth is mourning right now. It said right here, Japan, elevated seismic activity. Let's just scroll through and just see a few of them. See, they just a lot of things. Let's see what else they got here. Chile, straightened earthquakes, earthquake readiness. So it's showing you these things. It's constantly happening all around the world. You ain't gonna read all of it so much, but one thing about it, you can go back and look at the reports. So, we know that wisdom and knowledge has been increased. It's all over the world. This is common knowledge now. Volcanoes awakening in Indonesia. So, man, everywhere we look, man, the Lord is visiting the earth that he creates. Increased volcanic unrest in the Philippines. A lot of this everywhere. So this, that's why I said, when you go to, I think it's Joel chapter 2, verse 1, it said, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. The Lord is going to return in a day of darkness, a day of gloominess and thick darkness, because of these volcanic eruption, also that those IBCM nuclear missiles exchange, gonna throw all this ash and different debris up into the in the atmosphere. So it's gonna be a very, very dark and gloomy day when the Lord returns. What I'm saying? That's why we got to get prepared. And the only way we will be prepared is coming back under that total subjection to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. It's an unusual activity in Alaska. So he already said about, that volcanic activity going on, that tsunami watch, all sorts of things are constantly happening left and right. We cannot hardly keep up with it. What I'm saying? I see the rain is coming down, but it's all good. It says right here in Castadia, just right at this zone, you seeing that right there, these things coming to Pacific Island facing increased tsunami risk. We constantly warning you left and right, warning before destruction. So right here, over in Hawaii, Alaska, on the western coast, right there, said Washington State, Oregon, all these volcanoes. What's that mountain? It's in, I think that's in Portland, Oregon, if I'm not mistaken, in Seattle, where it said Mount Rainier. It says it's getting active again. St. Helen, it's a lot of them. The Lord is visiting the earth that he created, so we constantly seeing these things. So let's get a quick precept. So these things gonna constantly pick up the signs of the end. What? The end time, real time. That's what we constantly seeing. Just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Let's go here to get this quick precept here. Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 4 said, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world language and fadeth away. Said the haughty people of the earth do language. So that's what we constantly seeing, a slowly decline. We're seeing the vibration is changing. We're seeing that the earth is all out of course. We seeing things that we have never seen before. Also, we seeing that the animals are coming out of their place. Right now we seeing, a lot of people being concerned. Why this happened? Why that happened? We seeing these signs from heaven. A lot of things that happen. Volcanic activity, solar eclipse, blood moon. A lot of things are constantly happening, just like the Bible said. Earthquakes in diverse places. That's what we're constantly seeing left and right. The earth is all out of course. Also, we seeing that the sun and the moon is out at the same time, pretty much every day. And also we seeing that time is speeding up. We know we'll sound like a broken record, but these are the times that we're living in. Let's read this once again. In the NLT, it says, the earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste away and wither. It says, even the greatest peoples to own the earth, waste away. So that's exactly what we're seeing left and right. So a lot of people right now, it's a lot of uncertainties, a lot great fears happening. A lot of people right now, having to see that this place is finished, seeing that, everything is changing, things are getting worse and worse. There's nothing going back the same. And one thing about it, we know that we're very close, to all hell breaking loose. Also, we know this time of great tribulation that we've never seen before. That's why the middle Lord constantly warning you left and right. So now let's start today's video, and after the video, we'll start the lesson. Before we start that, let's get one more quick precept before we start it. So like it for that. Let's go here to Psalm chapter 82. I quoted it. I might as well get it through the Spirit. Psalm 82 and verse 5. But the earth is all out of course right now, but we knowing that the physician is getting ready to return, which in fact is Yahushua. He's getting ready to cut off that long disease, you know what I'm saying, which in fact is sin. Also Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. He got this place all out of course, all this chemtrail, poison the water, poison the food, poison the animal. Everything is all out of course, nothing, even the earth is not giving her strength anymore because of this red devil, So, hey, man, we seeing that the earth is mourning right now. It's languishing. The peoples are languishing right now because who is in authority? The wicked. Mourning right now. So let's get this right quick. Psalm chapter 82 and verse 5 says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. So all the foundations of the earth are out of course. So that's exactly what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing this increased volcanic activity, increased earthquakes in direct play, tsunamis, tornadoes. Right now, in some type of rainstorm right now. So each and every day, it could be a sunny weather, and it could be stormy weather, all at any given time. So it's like a domino effect. So the earth is out of course. And one thing about it, the Lord is going to return and set everything back in order. That's what we're longing for. That beautiful utopia, which in fact is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in right. So now, let's start today's video, and after the video, we will start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified. So I went on and put Yellowstone National Park in it, but it has not been confirmed, but I'm bringing it, putting it in there for edification purpose. Also, we know that this is biblical. So we know that the so-called white man, he will lie about everything. A lot of things is taking place right before our eyes. And one thing about it, you got to be able to discern the signs of the time because we are here. So now, let's start today's video, and after the video, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
Was waking up all over the world, and all at once. Mount Rainier just had its largest earthquake swarm in over a decade. Taal in the Philippines exploded overnight. Iceland ripped open with a 2-kilometer fissure, spewing lava like it was the end of days. And Mauna Loa? It's rumbling again. Almost exactly 75 years after its last destructive eruption, which destroyed homes and crossed highways in less than a day. But it doesn't stop there. In Russia, the Klyuchevskoy volcano is spilling lava so violently it can be seen from space. The ash trail stretching 1,000 miles. Japan's Sakurajima is hurling ash 6,000 feet into the sky. Costa Rica's Poás is bubbling with acid clouds. And in Iceland, scientists say we've officially entered a new volcanic era. This isn't normal. In fact, over 44 volcanoes are erupting as you watch this. From the Pacific Ring of Fire to the African Rift Zone. From Alaska to Indonesia, volcanoes that have been quiet for decades, even centuries, are suddenly stirring. So what's really going on? Scientists say glaciers melt is causing ice caps to vanish. Pressure is then released. It's like uncorking a shaken bottle. The earth expands, magma rises, and boom, the sleeping giants wake up. But what if that's only part of the story? Something beneath us is shifting. Plates grinding, pressure building. Even Earth's magnetic field is changing. What if these eruptions are all connected? Not just by coincidence, but by a deeper planetary force. All signs point to more activity. And if that's true, then the real question is, how close are we to a mega eruption? The kind that could darken skies, cool the planet, and block out the sun? Because it's happened before. And it doesn't take much to happen again.
What's up, Ted-Ty? So this is not normal, and this wasn't on my radar just the other day, but Central America is getting hit, slammed by earthquakes right now. South America, same thing. volcanoes going off, and they getting slammed with earthquakes right now. So let's go to Chile. 19 hours ago, they just got a 5.2. 6 hours ago, they just got a 4.1. These are all new earthquakes. These volcanoes, they are erupting. This don't look normal to me. Let's go to Ecuador. Ecuador has a erupting volcano right now. It has a volcano look like it's heating up. It's another volcano heating up. These volcanoes are heating up down in South America. Let's see, Medellin just had a 3.4 earthquake 55 minutes ago. Panama, 8 hours ago, they just got a 4.3. Costa Rica, 4 hours ago, they just got a 3.4. So the ground is shaking down in South and Central America. The ground is shaking. Let's go to Nicaragua. We got 2 volcanoes heating up in orange. We got a volcano in the lake that's going off. Heating up. We got a volcano that's going off right now. So we got earthquakes in the ocean right now that's going on. 5.19 hours ago off of the coast of Guatemala. So it's going down right now in Mexico and South America. I don't think this normal, y'all. There's a lot of volcanoes that's heating up. They heating up, if not going off. So y'all just stay vigilant.
Breaking news, Yellowstone is on the brink of a seismic disaster and a volcanic eruption following catastrophic flooding in Texas and a major earthquake in Alaska. Recently, videos showing animals migrating frantically out of Yellowstone have gone viral, sparking public panic. Could Yellowstone be the site of the next major natural disaster? According to the U.S. Geological Survey, a minor seismic event occurred earlier this week, but officials stated at the time that there was no immediate threat. However, park surveillance footage and eyewitness reports now show that bison, elk, wolves, and birds began behaving erratically and migrating en masse, abandoning their usual habitats and exhibiting signs of distress. We started noticing something unusual with the bison herd on Monday, said Ranger Scott Hendricks. They were running, not grazing. Entire herds moved north out of the valley. We've never seen anything like it. Some scientists point to historical patterns. Animals have been known to flee ahead of tsunamis, earthquakes, and other natural disasters. Experts are calling for greater integration of wildlife behavior into early warning systems, especially in geologically volatile regions like Yellowstone. With multiple natural disasters striking the U.S. recently, could Yellowstone be next? Drop your comments.
Okay, now we'll start today's lesson. We'll start off in 2 Ezra chapter 9, but we see in that last video, we know that that animals do migrate. They move from place to place. We know that this is spiritual and it's very biblical. We already know what the Bible says, that they will, the animal will come out of their place. They'll be in like common place in our neighborhood. We already been seeing that already. So pretty much, they'll say that it's not, this is normal. This happens all the time. That's what Esau do. He's the what you call, he lied. He's been lying ever since the womb, ever since he's been born. Every time he opened his mouth, he lies about everything. But now the Lord is making his own mouth, his own tongue fall upon him. So one thing about it, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the time. So right now we're seeing the signs of the end is here. It's being obvious and clear. It's being revealed. The Lord is removing the covering, casting. We know that we hear that all these things that's going on in the earth. And first thing they'll tell you, it's normal. It's this is not unusual. He's a damn devil that the Bible speaks of. The Lord said, in Ecclesiastes, Rock chapter 12 and verse 10, never trust thy enemy. That means never. So one thing about it, when this man opened his mouth, he's telling a lie. So, and he's the father of it. So let's see here, 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1, he said, but one thing about it, that's why the Lord had set up watch to warn you, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear. So now let's get on with the day. Now did enough rambling. It says here, 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1 say, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass which I have told thee before. So that's how we doing it. We measuring the time diligently through what? Through the scriptures, through what? The prophets, through the prophecy, the signs of the time. So things are lining up, and in measuring, everything is lining up just like clockwork. We're seeing it with our own eyes. Verse 2 is that, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So right now, that's what we're seeing right now. It's that time the Lord is visiting the world that he made. We're seeing all these things, the earth is constantly mourning. The earth is waking up. These volcanoes waking up. The signs of the times are here. And right before the Lord is visiting the earth that he created. And one thing about it, we're seeing it left and right. UFO sightings are increased. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil, also doing the bidding of the Lord, whether, it's good or bad. Verse 3 said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, said verse 4 said, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So one thing about it, the prophets, of ancient time, the prophesied about these things would happen, these calamities, these events that would take place, war, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, all these different strange weather patterns that's going on, and many other things that is happening. One thing about it, we seeing right now, we understand that it's at the very same time the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So that's exactly what's happening right now. And also we seeing these earthquakes, uproars of the people, civil unrest. You're seeing that this nation is divided. If a nation is divided, it will not stand. That's what we're seeing at left and right. So it's getting worse and worse. But the Lord already said that, a lot of tribulation is going to take place through much violence. This place is going to be totally destroyed. There will be no inhabitant left here in Babylon the Great, which in fact is America. We're seeing that this place is slowly circling the drain. Verse 5 is exactly what we're seeing right here. Verse 5, it says, 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 5 says, for like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and the end is manifest. So when you're in that word manifest, it goes into to reveal or to make obvious, to make clear. So right now, it's no more vain divination. We're here. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. So I titled today, Lesson Signs of the End. We are here. We're living in the end days right before our eyes. We're living in some very exciting time, and we're so very close to the Lord returning, to setting all these things back into order. The earth is all out of course. The earth is mourning. The people are languishing. Everyone is sick and tired of being sick and tired. We asking the Lord, how long, O Lord? So now let's go here to 2 Ezra chapter 5, something I want to get out of here. 2 Ezra chapter 5, we're going straight to the point. Let's go here to 2 Ezra chapter 5, and I think it's around verse 8 right here. It says here that there, 2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8 says, there shall be a confusion also in many places. Say, and the fire shall be offset, say, out again. And say, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mistress women shall bring forth monsters. So we seeing that right now. We shall see confusion. So also in many places we seeing that. Those things are what offset is, and also we seeing that wild beasts are changing their places. Whether they want to admit it or not. So I think it was a couple of videos I seen that people waking up seeing bears on their back porch. And one neighborhood had a polar bear just coming down the street, just like he lived there. So a lot of these things gonna constantly pick up. And also we know that these YNs, the mystery women shall bring forth monsters. So we in that time right now. It's in this last generation. What the one thing about it, we already knowing that the Lord is constantly bringing these prophecies to pass. We seeing right now, we coming at the end of an age, end of a earth age. That's exactly what we seeing. The Lord is showing us these things. He's visiting the earth that he created. Verse 9, it says, and the salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. It said, and then shall wit hide itself. It said, and understanding withdraw itself into its secret chamber. So we know at some point in time that the Lord is going to bring forth the famine of the world. We already know that, it says here, it said one shall fight one another, so it's going to be that lawless time, sedition among men, insurrection, a lot of things that get ready to take place. And it says the salt shall be found with the sweet. So one thing about it, it's talking about, you're going to have a lot of doctrines, going to be mixed in with the true doctrine, But a lot of these things is going to happen. But we already knowing that, the truth is being declared right now. We know that a lot of false prophets is on the rise also, but we know that we're here, man. Let's read this once again. It said, and the salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all the friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into its secret chamber. So we coming upon that time. So the Lord is getting ready to bring this last and final destruction right before his great and glorious return. So we seeing these things are happening right before whether they want to admit it or not, it is happening, So let's go here to let's get one more, we'll close out. Let's go here to Matthew chapter. Let's go into Matthew, the signs of the times. Here, a lot of people can't tell that these are the signs of the time. Matthew chapter 16. We'll probably close out here. Matthew chapter 16. And just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Matthew chapter 16, Salakia. Matthew chapter 16. We'll close out right here. And I think it's around verse 2. He said, he answered and said unto them, so when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather. So for the sky is red. Verse 3 said, and in the morning it will be foul weather today. For the sky is red and luring. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? So the signs of the times are here. A lot of people see that, it's going to be rain today. Oh, we had another volcanic activity. Oh, it was an earthquake over here. But can you discern the signs of the time? So, a lot of people going around and saying that, it's normal. These things happen all the time. If you believe that, and these things are happening around the world simultaneously at the same time. The Lord is visiting the earth that he created. And one thing about it, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear, we are very, very close. And it's better to be at the end of the thing than the beginning. So let's read verse 3 again. It says, in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and luring. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? So the signs of the times are here, signs of the end. The Lord is constantly showing he's visiting the earth that he created. Let's get this last little part right here. Verse 4 is at Matthew chapter 16, and verse 4 is a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. So, and he left them and departed. So one thing about it, we already know that Jonah was in the belly of a great fish or whale 3 days and 3 nights. So shall be the second coming of our Lord and Savior. You already know, we almost in that third day. The Lord's getting ready to return. It's almost midnight. Where there, it ain't gonna be no more working very soon. No more out here in the highways and the byways. No more warning you. Left and right, because the Lord is getting ready to return. The Lord said, I will come like a thief in the night. The time is at hand. It's time to seek the Lord. We're seeing that we're very close. So we're seeing right now that third day is constantly approaching. The Lord is getting ready to return, set everything back into order. So let's get one more. We'll close out. Let's go here to Revelation chapter 1, verse 3. I think that's what I want to close out here. Time is at hand. We here, man. I think this is it right here. Yes, it says, Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3 said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. The signs of the end. It is here. And one thing about it, bless the one that hears these words, hear these prophecies, the signs of the time. Take heed. And one thing about it, we're here, the signs of the end is right before our eyes. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is the signs of the end. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekak Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.